Okay, welcome to the Doing It With Purpose podcast, where I'm your host, Kenneth T. Summers, and we have the co-host, Greg Peterson, aka the D. And today, man, we have the originators, believe it or not, of the Doing It With Purpose podcast. And the reason why I call them originators is because, hey, these gentlemen a couple years ago was like, hey, come on our podcast. Yeah. Let's talk about some things. Hey, you got a good story to tell. And so Navy Black Podcast officially in the building.
Yes, sir.
The
Welcome,
twins,
welcome. Yeah.
Big Boy and Little Bit.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't tell them apart, so therefore I ain't even going to try to introduce them. I'm going to let them do their Navy Black Podcast introduction.
Just call them the twins, man.
Where the twins?
I posted on Snapchat yesterday, like, black people just going to call you twin your whole life. They're never going to tell you apart. Exactly. But they call me the money quarterback. Make plays with the money, jack of all trades, master of being me. You know how I do.
They got a whole spiel. He was ready.
You ready? Hey, it's been a long time for him.
Oh yeah.
I'm just Jamar, man, or you can call me Bit or Twin.
Yeah. Boy, Mom.
I'm after whichever one. And on Twitter, Instagram, you can find me at YTwin because. So.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. But nah, man, welcome to the cave, man. Yeah. Welcome to the cave.
It's nice to hear y'all for real though. Like, how y'all been?
Hey,
we've been great, man. We've been great.
Hey, been great.
Pretty much, y'all started this podcast thing, for the Batesboro Leesburg area, man. And
we jumping on y'all back in this age.
We love to see what y'all doing because, this is so dope because, we ain't been doing the podcast and just seeing y'all grow and, y'all kind of went viral on the last, vlog for the cook-off, boy.
The cook-off went crazy. It went crazy.
I saw that, damn, boy, y'all about 9K views.
I don't.
You just never know.
I went to sleep one night. It was at 1,000 views. I was like, okay, with the amount of people, that was a good thing. I woke up the next morning, it was 3,000. I text him hey, homeboy, it's at 4,000 views. He was like, hey, man, stop that. I got up the next morning, it was 5 point something. I was like, hey, man, this thing keep growing. We're going to reach 10K by so-and-so time. And it slowed down a little bit, but every day it's going up by a couple hundred. So, man.
The other day y'all at 8.7, and then today y'all at 8.8. It's so people
it's
still viewing
constantly going,
y'all
man.
passed the time, man. We just took it.
We love to see it because, you got to be out there. And we love, I saw you was at, LeBou, he was out there with his food, whatever. That's how you got to really do it. You got to be in front of people so people see you and you real.
Yeah. And we shout out to Corey LeBou. He's coming on. He's going to be the next episode. We got a few adventures in between today's shooting and the time Celebrity Status Catering comes on. But
that's been the dopest thing for me from an outside perspective, just looking at y'all, how y'all get y'all guests, because we do a podcast, so we get guests, but it's the people y'all get is how y'all even talk to these people? But it's
social
just gotta
media,
talk
man.
to them.
Yeah, we started with some social media, and then the other places was just we hung out at the Icebox. We were going there before we started the podcast, and then you had trying to think.
People we do business with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We do business with. We go in there and a lot of times, I just pretty much make the announcement, hey, man, we do a podcast with them. And a lot of people, they want to be, of course they want to be on TV.
They want to see
they want to do that.
It's dope.
We just go from there.
I was trying to think about how we ran into Stitch, but that was a social media find, man. I just seen something where, when I say Stitch, not Stitch by Slick, but Stitch Together, Troy Gansey and Delwyn James, the guys. I can't remember exactly how. I just saw something neat where, you normally do the paint and sip. They were doing the sipping, make your own shirt. And they have the professional. Shout out to them. That's who made our shirts.
Okay.
And so I reached out to them and they was like, sure, man, y'all can come on, man, whatever. So I think a lot of people, it's a way for them to promote. It's a way for us to get our content out there and make our name known, man. It's just been a collab.
It's just some people, they ask, do you want to pay me to come on? I'm promoting you on the podcast. So, it don't really feel authentic to pay somebody for a conversation. It ain't.
If it was, depending on who it was.
It's different people,
But even then, what I have found, if they're genuine and very humble about what it is they're doing, man, they'll sit down and share a little bit. If they're making money off of something they're doing, I'm not asking for their secrets and their work ethic, but for the most part, pretty much anyone that we have asked, they pretty much said yes. The ones that have been kind of reluctant, I haven't given up on them. I'm still. I've reached out to some.
It's like a cold lead. You got to keep warming it up.
I reached out to some.
He
pretty high
tried to jump to the top of the top.
Oh yeah.
He got one on the list.
Every episode, I mentioned Coach Don Staley.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I got a T-shirt. I'm gonna wear it next episode. I'm gonna try to. It's got a GOAT T-shirt on, but Coach Don Staley.
Y'all pull up at her palatial estate, and then y'all do the podcast out there.
Hey, man, wherever she want to do the podcast at, I'm there.
That's the number one guest you on this podcast.
Yeah.
At the moment, yeah.
The number one
I saw her on the parade. But go ahead.
The number one guest I want for our podcast, Charlamagne the God. Yeah. That's somebody
that's big.
I feel like because we've been watching his podcast since day one. So
South
that's why we wanted to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Because like the breed
And that was he done jumped way ahead of us, man. So we was going to ask. That was going to be one of the first questions, man.
Yeah.
So what made y'all just come together and do a podcast, man?
I wanted to be on somebody else's podcast, but nobody had a podcast around here. So it's like you got to
Start
start
your
your
own.
own.
Start
So
your own.
like we say, we watch podcasts from like 2013.
Yeah.
Like Bring Idiots, like it's a long standing podcast. It's been going on for a long time. We watched the first episode, like it was before it was even named, you know. And so we just started watching podcasts, like learning like how it was and like all the video and all that type of stuff. And then you just like dope. You get to like literally like look at your life in the past and like that's what I was going through at that point in time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we was watching my man the other day, man, and he was telling us about it's like this dude, he like help you out with your podcast and stuff, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
And one of the
yeah,
things
yeah.
he said was the fact of the matter that 20 years, 30 years from now, you know, your kids, grandkids, whatever, they can go and see pretty much y'all on the podcast.
Back
They can
exactly.
see you talking and all that stuff, man, whatever. But shout out to y'all, man, Navy Black, because I wasn't even watching no podcast.
Yeah.
Man. I'm old
Nah,
school,
I
man.
wasn't.
I might look at a little YouTube, something, whatever, but when y'all did the little podcast, man,
You was a big supporter.
Exactly.
Definitely a big
Always,
supporter.
right, man. I jumped right in. I was telling everybody about it.
Yeah.
Man.
Appreciate it for real though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He the one that
Hey,
told me
miss
about it
it.
before
I
I
miss
started
it,
working
yeah.
with Matt House. He was like, "Hey man, hey, you don't watch the Twins podcast?" I was like, "I ain't what podcast?" He's like, "Hey man, Navy Black." So
They doing big
I've been a
things.
follower
Yeah.
since, man.
Appreciate it, man. Like we just took a hiatus because you know he had a kid and stuff like that. And like just being a new father and stuff like that, and then living in Charleston, and then just going through all that. So like we definitely coming back or whatever. I'm ready. I love having conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's so dope being in here right now because like it just feel like I'm at home.
Feel at home. When you at home, man,
Yeah,
you
you
know.
at home, yeah.
Hey, y'all ain't been over here too often, but last time y'all came over, I showed some. Hopefully, I showed y'all some
Oh,
love.
definitely.
We cooked, we watched the fight,
Hey,
and had a good time. And it's always an open.
Who was fighting that night?
Deontay Wilder was fighting.
He
Wilder,
fought
yeah.
Fury.
No, he didn't fight. Did he fight Fury? No, it wasn't Fury
It
that
wasn't
night.
Fury. It was
He
Wilder.
was fighting that night.
He won that night.
So
That's
Deontay-
a
Yeah, we
long
did
time
leave happy.
ago,
We
man.
did
That was a
leave
long time
happy.
ago.
What was the big heavyset ball dude?
No, it was Ortiz. He fought Ortiz that night.
Yeah,
Ortiz.
that's what it was.
Yeah, he
That's
fought
what it was.
Ortiz.
He won that night. That's
Yeah.
why I know. It was like, but yeah,
Well, so where y'all was at for the Javante Davis fight, the last one?
I watched that at his house. He was over there sick, acting like a little baby and stuff.
I was out of it. Man. I think I had got like that bitty. I had body aches and all that, and I had just moved down here from Charleston. I say we started the podcast because I was living in Charleston. Like I was taking a 2-hour drive every Sunday down and back to Charleston.
goodness.
But when you got a newborn, it's like, wait, he gonna be up all night. I can't do this every
Yeah.
Sunday. 'cause I'm
And
too
edit the
tired.
podcast and do all the things that go
Because,
along.
like, it's so much more work to doing the podcast than just
Y'all know that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
it's-
yeah. Hey,
this
for
is the easy part.
Yeah, this is the easy part.
Yeah, this is the easy part.
Yeah, this is the easy part.
Sitting down and talking
Yeah.
is, it's afterwards going back and saying, okay, what do the viewers want to see? You know, is this a good spot to gain their attention by popping something up or giving them a little inside connection? So, yeah, it's definitely more to it than just sitting down and putting on these heads.
It's like playing football on a Friday night. Like you got to practice all week, and then you play on Friday. That's the fun part.
that's
Friday
fun
night.
part, playing on
But
Friday
Monday
night,
through
yeah.
Thursday, you got to go to practice.
But see, the hard thing about our podcast is that like sometimes we have people on there that we gotta bleep a lot.
Yeah.
And that's more editing that
Yeah.
you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even think about
'cause now
that.
you
man.
gotta figure out some crazy stuff they done
Put in
said,
there.
and now you
Yeah.
gotta cut it out.
And
But
people
gotta
blame you
find
for
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and here's the thing. In our case, that probably will be easier for me. I don't know who does the editing out of YouTube, but
It's kind of like video, and I do audio. He do video.
But so he'll when he leave today, if he brought his laptop, he'll be like, "Hey man, drop me the episode." He'll go back and watch it and kind of call me and say, "Hey, when you work on the first little clip for it, hey, choose this minute to this minute. Hey, let's use that one." So that has helped out. But in terms of that, sitting down, this morning I was like, "Hey."
I had to get it to me, do it all, man.
I said, I'm gonna go to church this morning. I got up. I looked at the time. I fell asleep last night, actually. And his cousin dropped him off. I was like, man, my wife and my daughter gone. Man, I'm just gonna relax. So I got up and watched service, and I was looking at the time like, I gotta get this done before, the twins get here, before G get here. So I'm in there, and then when I went to upload it to YouTube, it was like, it's gonna take 3 hours.
Yep.
I was like, 3 hours. I was like, man, let me go jump in the shower. I come back from upstairs, and next thing I know, it's like 33 minutes. I was like, okay, I might have time to get everything uploaded, because for me, I want to get everything done and just be free for the next episode. So if we would have finished today, and I still had that one. I had to get out there, which I still got to go back and post it on the gram. But man, it can be overwhelming, man.
It's definitely a lot of work behind the scenes, man.
You gotta have a lot of a schedule. Like our schedule was like we do the podcast on Sundays, like we do the
editing on
promotion on Monday. We drop it on Tuesday, and so like then put a clip out on Wednesday, another clip out on Friday. Like it's just
It's a lot of work.
So
It's
you
like
all
I said,
then right to
it's
next
fun.
week.
So y'all posted the full episode, then went back and put out clips.
Yeah.
See, like
might be a
when we
good
took a
idea.
picture on Sunday, like say like on Sunday we'll take a picture, we'll post that picture on Sunday, like what we did, and then we'll put out the clip. You know how Breakfast Club do or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm doing the podcast next day.
We were just talking about that, man.
And see, we did slick like that. What we're supposed to been doing
Well, we're
pretty
gonna
much
do y'all like that
everybody,
today,
you
too.
know, and we be trying to like think about doing it before we do the show. Or whatever. But a lot of stuff, hey man, we be running around.
Yeah,
doing
it's
this stuff or
hard
whatever.
because you got to write down the board because it's hard to remember all that.
And you know what? That's a good idea, man. We need to have this stuff wrote down, especially like when we come in here like this when we're in the cave. Hey, we can have everything wrote down and just check it off. All right, hey, we done did this.
that's
man.
Yeah, we had a whiteboard, like we had just like it's off camera or whatever, but we had all the stuff that
exactly.
we need to do for the podcast start. Like, you know, because you
try
forget.
I try to pay
Oh, yeah.
people to do that, but man, when
Yeah, I know it's hard, man.
COVID messed him up, man.
Yeah.
I got the COVID relief plan in my house. My wife giving money whether he do what he supposed to do.
What they
or not,
call it,
so.
the name millennials, they Generation Z or something like
Z,
that. They
Y,
different.
X,
They
talk
because
back.
everything is like in that TikTok like fad. They want it like that, like that, like that. They don't want to wait for nothing. Like you know, like we more like chill. Like we'll watch a YouTube video for an hour and a half.
They're
we done
microwave
failed them,
society.
Yeah,
We
they want
don't
something
fail.
6 seconds. You
Yeah.
better get me cooked in 6 seconds.
But that's why they came out with the clips on YouTube, the little
Shorts.
Yeah,
because
shorts.
at the end of the day,
They ain't
that's-
watching no
and
whole
that's one
thing.
of the analytics that YouTube will give you, and I think Facebook will give it too. Is how many of your guests watched the first 30 seconds to 3 minutes of whatever it is that you're posting, and the numbers will be through the
Yeah.
roof, and then things from 10 minutes on be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you know. That's why I'm like, okay, I
You
try
get
to
paid
come
more
out-
for long form on
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. If you can get their attention long enough, that's where your ads and stuff gonna come in, and you
That's
know.
why you got to hit him with that intro clip, hit it with something crazy to make him like, when is that clip coming?
Yeah.
That's- hey.
So that's what I did on the last little reel. I was like, you know what? Tuck, shout out to Maurice Color, man. He called me and was like, hey man, when you gonna put some more videos out there about Stitch, man? I know he got them cars. I said, hey man, just for you, I'm gonna put a clip out. So I started the whole little exclusive access he gave us to see the vehicles. Then I just put the brakes on it and was like, hey, I know y'all want to see it.
Yeah.
I know you want to see it. Look at Greg, look at Stitch. Hey man, hey, watch for the full episode. And even in the full episode, I didn't give him the cars. I went back and did another clip to show just the cars, because some people gonna want to watch the whole episode and find out like, hey, what does Stitch do? How did he get the way he at? And the rest of us gonna be like, man, I want to see the rims. I want to see the interior.
I want to see the flash.
It's kind of like the
Yeah.
funnel. It's like a business. You got to funnel people in. You know, like you get your, like I said, your cold leads and you, people warm up after the funnel goes down over there. But you need your person to get to the end of that funnel to watch the video.
Exactly.
If it's hard. People
hard.
don't
It's
understand. It's hard to get one view on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I tell people all the time, like you don't get view. Like, can you go to YouTube and post a video and get one view? No, so shut up. You know?
It's definitely hard, man.
It's,
But hey, one thing I got to congratulate y'all guys on, man. Whatever, man. Y'all brought in a co-host or just somebody to put out front, man. Man, y'all put LJ out there, man. Hey, homeboy, they just love. Seem like the camera just love LJ.
The
man.
LJ, everybody just love LJ on his good day. You know, everybody love LJ.
On his good day.
Shout out to LJ. Hey,
Yeah,
LJ,
for sure.
I ain't said you had no bad day. Leave me alone.
Hey, I saw a poster with it. They say anybody that go live on Facebook, you don't want no smoke with them.
You don't
Nah,
want
you
that.
don't want no smoke.
You
with
don't
them.
want that. Matter of fact.
He definitely is made for that, though.
Yeah,
LJ went
man.
live one day, 1 week, and I just cut my phone off. I ain't cut Facebook off. I cut the whole phone off.
on, man.
Reset my network settings and shook my phone up. Looked at it. Okay, LJ still on live, man. Put that phone.
Put
down,
that phone up, man.
You
That
don't
would
never
say-
know what's gonna go on.
See, LJ go live. Like, do you want to get into that, or do you just want to leave it alone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for
If
sure,
you're having a bad day, it's gonna make your day better.
Yeah.
Unless it's you.
Unless it's you.
Unless it's you. But if it's you and coming out
Yeah,
there,
pissed.
hey, you done.
Yeah.
It's just a wrap.
What he does with the camera, because like 2 years ago when he did the vlog for the Porsche Festival, like,
Yeah.
he literally just put up it out at all three of our grandma's house, and he rode to the fest with us, and like we got the mic.
We ain't had none of that plan.
Yeah, we had none of that
Yeah.
planned. Like,
Oh, man. I thought y'all had planned all of that,
No,
man.
Yeah.
we playing this year,
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
the dope. But the
Yeah.
year before that, he just did
just
all
a
that off the
natural.
cuff. He
Yeah.
is natural. That's why I say
Yeah.
I tell him all the time, like just because, like he said, we was talking about earlier before the podcast started, like just because you don't see the money, that don't mean you're not good at
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's so
It's
good at what
coming.
did you see the vlog when he was at USC?
USC.
Yeah,
Oh
Carolina,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
They boys in the row like they was.
We,
playing
that
the
wasn't
whole
playing
parade.
either. I ain't know LJ was down there. He just called me. He was down there.
Come
Like, you
on,
down
man.
here? I'm down here too. I got the camera and stuff because you know I was just out there doing footage
yeah.
anyway. Just doing it. And like I saw it, and then we just got together. You started talking to people.
Man, he got
They
the
loved it
whole
down there.
crowd. Yeah.
Whole crowd.
He got the whole crowd. One side gang, the other side cop.
We walking out the middle of the road. We
You
didn't
would
want
have
to
thought he was working for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
People did.
Yeah.
And that's his talent.
Yeah.
But like I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
You
but
got to tap
sometimes
into his
he
gift.
don't know how valuable it is.
No,
Yeah.
man. Because just think about this. Hey, with him doing that right there, it don't take but one person to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, to see this video, and then next thing you know, man, that thing can go from you just walking around Baseball Leesburg doing nothing, whatever,
Yeah.
to can jump. Hey, man, I need to get him on the show.
I need
to
him.
get him do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I need him because he gonna bring the value.
Exactly.
You know,
So I'm gonna tell my age. LJ remind me of the dude Hits from the Street. Y'all remember that back in the day?
You told your age.
you told your age. You a little bit older.
He
than
got
me,
me.
man.
I don't remember Hits from the Street.
I can't tell you who Hits from the Street was. Think about the movie How High, the dude that never talked.
I know what you're talking about.
He had a show called Hits from the Streets back in the day, and he used to go around almost vlogging or whatever. That's what, we wouldn't have called it that then, but that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
And the dude was just funny. So I forgot his name and How High, but he the one that just don't talk. He don't say
I
nothing.
know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
But they did something. He
We're
was.
gonna have to look up Hits from the
You know what I'm
Streets.
saying?
Man.
That's what we want to do more. Like a lot of people love when we do those type of videos. Like I said, we got to call if somebody wants us to come somewhere like saying, bring LJ with y'all because they love what we do. Like
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
like the people at the Porch Fest, like even the white folks was like loving that because like we bring everybody into
bring
it.
it
Like,
in.
we're not just going straight to the black people. We're going anybody that want to come up and say something. Or
And
got something
LJ
to
getting the
say.
kids involved
yeah.
off the rip,
sure.
man. And they
For
feel
sure.
comfortable around.
Yeah.
If I was to walk up and put a microphone in their face, they'd be like, you CJ's dad or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But LJ go over there with him and he cutting up.
he
and
just
He know
talk to him,
everybody.
Everybody
know him.
It don't matter.
And then,
stranger.
hey, like on the
so popular.
last year Portrait Festival, right? Well, this year Portrait Festival, hey, the man, hey, he just talking to any and everybody. Then he's like, hey, I remember you. Hey, I know your mama.
Yeah.
I know your cousin. What? I know your daddy. What? I'm like, hey man, LJ know everybody.
Everybody.
Man. Yeah, he done had the little girl in his when he was working at the daycare center.
Yeah.
I was
Hey,
like,
man.
man, come on.
They ain't let LJ work at no
Like you got
daycare
me
center.
fired.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got me fired. Yeah,
man.
hey,
Shout
homeboy,
out to
I had to hit
LJ,
Big Boy
man.
up. I was
Lorenzo
like, hey
West.
man, homeboy, hey, I can't believe y'all did Brick like that, man.
Yeah,
Man,
no,
I was
I mean, like, it be so long, like you don't even like look at it like that.
Yeah.
It
Know
just
what
go
I'm
through
saying?
with
I be
them.
editing
Names just be
whatever.
names.
I didn't even hear that. It's just like, cause
Yeah,
like
homeboy.
you just going through parts where you listening to it and then you going to the next clip. Cause like I say, when you put something together, like all those different scenes are different clips. So it's
Yeah.
like over 100 clips that I'm having to go through and listen to. Like I know all these people's names now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
like
And you
like,
wanted
oh.
to transition smoothly, so you
Yeah.
have to go back and watch it a few times.
See, that be
Yeah.
me when he airdropped the thing, whatever. I go home and hey, I'm retired. I ain't doing that, man. So hey, I just watch it like 2 or 3 times, whatever, so I can see this, that. So now, pretty much when y'all put a vlog out
Yeah.
or the show be out in Navy Black, whatever. I pretty much watch the whole thing. I watch it 2 or 3 times. So I'm listening and hearing everything, trying to learn new stuff to do,
Yeah.
man. Trying to learn how to just talk, whatever. Because when we first started, our first episode, probably about the first 2 episodes, my wife say she my best critic or whatever. She's like, hey, you need to stop saying, hey.
You know, my aunt said the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's you. That's-
He
but
did like
that's your
Birdman.
personality,
See what I'm saying? Like Greg, I was saying, hey, like the Birdman. Hey.
That's who you
Exactly.
are though. It's not like you got in front of the camera and started doing that.
Yeah.
That's just how
Yeah.
everybody
Exactly.
who's
And that's what I was
communicating-
telling her, hey, man, that's just how I talk. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
my
I say
questions
like
like though. I say like a lot.
He want to be
Yeah.
like me, but I say like that.
He want to be like me.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with
I'm
this
a chameleon. It depends. Like you take the other day, he kept sending me stuff by Inky Johnson. And so I'm listening to Inky, and the next thing I'm like motivated, and I was like, the next show, only thing I kept hearing was Inky. So everything I'm saying, I'm like, this and right, because Inky say right a lot.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I'm picking that up, G. I'm like,
Yeah.
but you just become, when you look at something and you see like, man, them guys have some powerful podcasts and information that they sharing. And I mean, it's in my ear when I'm at the shop, when I'm riding home. I try to going to CJ basketball practice. He putting his headphones on because I'm listening to something like that. So you start to adapt and become that you want to be.
That mentality, like I say, when you put it a part of your system, every day, like Osmosis Jones.
Yeah.
You know, it's just osmosis, just part of you. Like you said, you used to listen to.
No, I listen to Les Brown every morning. Like I gotta be on. I listen to every morning. Les Brown.
You ain't never listened to that?
Yeah, I listen to Les Brown.
okay.
I was just wondering. I know, like from the podcast, I know he always say he listen to Les Brown every morning. I was
Les
just wondering,
Brown
you
is-
still listening to
Yeah,
him
every
day?
morning.
Okay,
Les
that's
Brown,
what's up.
Bob Proctor, E.T.
E.T. So E.T. my guy. I was listening to a lot to Steve Harvey, man, and I still do. But for whatever reason, this season I'm in, man, Inky voice, I can.
Man,
I can
Yeah,
fall
I
asleep to it.
listen to Inky too.
I wake up
Inky, my
listening to
man.
him, man, and him and Oak. I'm like, man, it's just the stuff that the content that they're providing. I needed that when I was 15, 16, 17 years old, man.
Oh yeah, man, we'd have had that then, man.
Man.
Probably be in the lead somewhere.
That was like you want to put that into like your son or whatever, but like
Exactly.
he just can't take it right now. He can't receive it the way that you want to give it
They
because he
don't
just ain't
want
old
it, man.
enough.
They don't want
like
it. Seem
he
like
just
they
ain't
got
got that
to shield up
yet.
because, homeboy, I try to, when I first started hearing it, I was just feeding it to Cam. Because, Inky said pretty much, when you walk out there in that water, you want to play, as hard as you want to breathe when you out there in that water, whatever. And you think about that. Now, of course, you want to breathe or whatever, but do you want to go hard and play and do this? Like, as hard as you want to breathe or whatever. And you really don't think about breathing. So I'm feeding all this to Cam, man. Just trying to make him be great or whatever. But
I saw he playing baseball at USC. What?
No, he coaching that. He coaching. He played at USC. He coaching at ALLA.
ALA now, he just got the job. Peyton, pretty much Peyton Dawkins. Shout out to Peyton Dawkins, man, the Dawkins family, man. Peyton pretty much helped him get the job because when Peyton graduated and he first went to P, and then he got the head coaching job at North down in North South Carolina. He tried to get Cam to come down there, and Cam went down there. Cam was like, "Nah, damn man."
About 18 people down there.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Nah, that. So then he got the job in Charleston, Stall High School, whatever. Tried to get Cam to go down to Cam. Like, man, that's too far, man, whatever. So I was talking to his dad probably like about a month ago, and his dad was like, "Hey, man, when we first heard Peyton got the job over there, his dad was like, hey, well, Cam wouldn't come down there." So Peyton said he came home to give him a job, and as soon as Peyton got hired, he pretty much called Cam, "Hey, man, homeboy, I want you to help me out, man."
That's how you do it.
Exactly, that's how you do it.
Remember the quarterback Willie Corn?
Yeah.
You know
So
what?
I know Willie Corn.
Like, he was like the offensive coordinator with the coach that went to Florida. So now he's offensive coordinator at Florida.
No, man. When he get this job?
He was he played at North Greenville with this coach that was the coach at North Greenville.
Yeah.
Then they went to Charleston Southern.
Yeah.
Then they went to Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, that's why I thought he was still at Coastal. Yeah, I thought he was still
We
at
alumni
Coastal.
from Coastal Carolina.
At Florida now.
You know, we didn't graduate, but we alumni.
So y'all went there.
Who's the young man that's he the head coach? He's from Batesburg, Leesville, but he the head coach of FAMU right now.
Who? At FAMU, you like coaching football?
Yeah.
Head coach? I ain't know
The
that.
head coach of FAMU
From
is
Batesburg?
Leesville right now. Yeah.
Nah, I ain't know that.
You got your phone, G?
Nah, I ain't got my phone.
Okay. Yeah. What? Twins got, but yeah, the head coach of FAMU is from
Who is?
Batesburg, Leesville.
I'm about to look.
From Batesburg, Leesville?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know. I
He
ain't
just
heard
got
that,
hired
man.
within the last couple of months.
Yeah.
because
James Cozy? He from Batesburg?
No, the head coach of FAMU.
Did you know the dude that went to Clemson that was the head coach at South Florida, his wife was from Batesburg, Leesville. I did know that.
Cool.
I didn't know that.
This some white folks or whatever, but
Y'all also know Jay-Z grandma from Batesburg also, right?
Nah, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. We finna tell y'all some Batesburg history right now, you know? We from Batesburg also.
Yeah,
Just let
yeah.
y'all know we
history.
But yeah,
You gotta know
Jay-Z
that.
grandma
Hey,
is from Batesburg.
y'all ran from us though. Y'all left us a high and dry one time for like a year or two.
Yeah, 1 year.
Okay, then. Okay.
Yeah, for 1 year. But y'all ain't seen the
Blame my
documentary? Y'all ain't seen the documentary with Jay-Z? Like they had a documentary last summer where it came out. They saying like Jay-Z grandma moved from Batesburg to New York when she like
For real, because Charlamagne was talking about it on the radio. He was like, Charlamagne, Jay-Z, they saw it in the museum. He heard it in the museum. Like that's one of the beginning things at the museum that his grandma moved from Batesburg, Leesville, South Carolina to New York.
Wow. So I wonder, does that have any connection with
Linda
Beyonce
Martell being on the
doing
album?
Linda Martell, yeah.
No, I think they just Linda Martell.
it did a coincidence to me.
Coincidence,
You
yeah.
feel me? Because like you know that it's the same area. I know they thought about it like that's crazy. Like they from the same area or whatever.
Same area.
But no, who do they say the coach is right here though? From FAMU, James Cozy the third. He ain't from Batesburg, I don't think. I don't know. He might be. It be some random people from Batesburg though.
Yeah.
Like, just be in Batesburg. Like where you came from? Like how you even find Batesburg?
How
From where
the
you
giant,
from?
you know, they say the Big Show. You
Yeah.
know, they say he used to be with the Kings
Yeah,
Academy.
he went to King. We played ball against the Big Show, man.
That's what I'm
King.
saying, like,
Yeah.
how
we used
he-
to play ball against the man, but he ain't had
he
that,
never
man.
He ain't had nothing.
Yeah,
But
he
he's a
ain't
wrestler.
They never come back or whatever, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I think, like, I mean, people do come back, but that's why I feel like I'm so entrenched in Batesburg. Like, I'm really from Batesburg. Like, that's where all my people from.
Oh, yeah.
And I would love to be a big person from
yeah.
Batesburg.
Yeah, because I remember we was playing ball with Bill from the sports shop. Y'all probably don't know Bill.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
Sports, whatever.
Bill That Sports,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we was playing ball with him. Little
Bill
AAU team.
Cyphers.
Yeah, Bill Cyphers. I just saw the man the other day. I think, man.
He still living?
Yeah, I think so. I think he
I
dead.
passed. I think he
Oh, for real?
passed.
Well, I saw
Don't
somebody
let me
look
speak
just like
that
him.
for him, but I thought somebody told me.
I saw somebody look like him.
did.
But anyway, we playing AAU ball, basketball with me, Dickie, Mike, all us, whatever. So,
What was it you was?
Hey, I played point guard.
Okay.
I got the point guard started. Nate came up under me, man.
Yeah.
I taught Nate
You know
everything
them
he did.
Joneses all state
Yeah.
and
On
players
that
of the year and
all-state
stuff, man.
list.
You know how the Joneses do
You
out
saw
here,
two
man.
Joneses on that, baby.
Hey, man. It might be.
It
We're
was.
gonna get into all that though. We're gonna get into all that.
follow up.
We're gonna get into all that.
You know
But hey, anyway though, hey, so we playing a little AAU team. So Bill like, hey man, pretty much he gonna take us down here to King just to scrim with them boys. Man, we done went down to the King and rocked them boys.
That was
Man.
easy.
Big Show was out there. Big Show got
big.
work.
He was real big?
He was real big. Got work. He ain't had nothing.
That's crazy,
Got work,
man.
He a wrestler.
Yeah, he was a
But
wrestler.
like, why them? I guess he's not from Batesburg. That's why he never come back. But it's like,
Yeah.
man, show your face,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, let these people know that you can be something from this place. Because
Oh, yeah.
who do we know that really? Like I say, DT. Like, you know, he came from not he wasn't quote unquote from, but like he came from Batesburg High School. So
Yeah.
like that's somebody you can see that did something. Maurice Simpkins.
Oh, yeah.
But like
Oh,
Ed
yeah.
McDaniel,
See,
he was too old for us.
Yeah, but see, Mac, hey, pretty much like you said, hey, homeboy, he don't come back. He don't really do nothing with him, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the first person, hey, I know pretty much, hey, shout out to my girl, hey, Jessica, man. Hey, she was all everything around here, man.
Yeah.
And hey, I be trying to tell cats, hey, Jessica will work you. man.
She won't.
She
I
will
love
work
you,
you,
Justin.
man.
I love you to death,
She
Justin.
will work
but
you.
you
Jessica
can't
give
get
you
no
that
wins
work.
this way.
Right now, she can't with a
She
homeboy.
in
Back
her
then,
best prime day, she
Man.
couldn't get a win this way.
Hey,
Jessica to beat you to death.
I was at the age
devil.
where I was fortunate
love you,
enough. I was fortunate enough to go to the rec. You know, when Jessica came home and all that kind of stuff. And hey, man,
we used to give him that work in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jessica was.
Used to give him that work at the
Hey,
rec.
Neither of these guys and me,
She
Jessica.
was that
so-
girl. She was
Man,
that guy. She was.
man.
I mean, and it wasn't like she was playing with OJ, Uncle PB, and Bird and all of them, but she wasn't coming out the court. And it wasn't like she playing with three other people because they normally do 4-on-4 when them side goes. And it wasn't like she was. You know, they was keeping it. No, they was putting the ball in her hands.
Yeah.
Hey, she'll pump
Jessica,
fake.
great player.
Hey, them,
One of the best ever.
I done seen her pump fake you, and hey, she'll back you
what?
down and turn around.
But
and
what?
off the ground.
But what?
But it coming this way. Hey,
Hey,
In
Slim.
WNBA, you probably MVP.
facts.
Hey, Slim, I'm about to get you back in shape.
The truth is
Slim, I know you got one more game in you.
uncontrovertible. What Les Brown say? The truth is incontrovertible. Matters may attack it, industry may deride it, but the end, there it is. I'm the truth.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey, but since you said that, hey man, I remember over at I think it's Columbia Capitals or whatever. I remember that night.
Come on,
In the playoffs.
the
playoffs.
I don't remember that.
Okay, then, all right, we'll leave it like that.
Is
We'll leave it
this
at
the
that.
story? Somebody dropping a pass?
Yeah.
Is this the story?
Nah, they ain't dropped the pass.
They dropped
They
my
dropped
pass.
Hey, it cost me a little bit of money though.
Hey, it's
It cost me a little
crazy,
bit of
like-
change. Yeah.
Like that play happened so fast. Like you get hit and then you flip and then your equilibrium off. So like the ball, I thought the ball was going out of bounds, but the ball went this way. And then like somebody caught it and then I don't remember nothing else.
And I
after
say,
that.
man, what? I know. Hey, we ain't got the little bleeping stuff on here. I can't
Yeah,
say all
what
that.
kind
What
of
I say
man?
back there?
What I would say though is that team had the best offense in Batesburg League's history.
Yeah, easily. I mean, easily.
Man, I don't know, man.
Let me break it down why I say that. We had the number one passing in that season. Okay. He still at the number one. We had 40. He number 7 all-time rushing for that season. And we had 2 receivers that was in the top 5 in catches and yardage that season.
And the receiver
Hey.
that got the most touchdown passes, me.
Hey, I'ma
touchdown
get-
receptions, Mario.
So
I can't argue none of your facts.
2007.
2007. So that's
I can't argue none of
that's
your facts,
12
man.
years. 12 years from 95. Now you know your uncle gonna argue y'all.
Yeah.
Chris
But they
the
don't have
Birdman
they
Burke
just
gonna
was a
argue.
running team.
Not
But no,
necessarily.
hey, before that though, hey, I'm gonna go old school. Y'all probably don't know about it, man. Whatever. Hey, you got the numbers to be pretty much the best quarterback or whatever. Hey, and I can't argue that. Whatever. But hey, homeboy, I'm gonna tell you right now, Floyd Creed was the truth.
I love Floyd
man
Creed. I
was
met
straight.
him at the alumni game. I love him.
Shout out
man
to
to me?
Floyd
Yeah,
Creed.
that man. Hey, that
Nah.
man was straight the truth though.
So you
But
don't
hey,
saw- you saw
Family
him
in
play.
prayers,
Oh yeah,
man.
I saw Floyd play. And they homeboy, they whole backfield, everything, man. Defense, offense, homeboy, it was pretty much going away. But I wouldn't even go to them, compare them to like the best offense. Because homeboy, when Russell and Mike and Nate and all them boys play, homeboy, if Mike don't get hurt on this fluke play, man, homeboy's over with, man.
Yeah.
If Mike don't get hurt on this
See,
fluke
we ain't
play.
get to watch none of them play.
So
you know?
I understand that. I understand
I have
y'all
a
ain't watch that,
customer-
whatever. Hey, I'm gonna give y'all props, man, homeboy. We was following y'all everywhere, man. Y'all was doing y'all thing.
Appreciate
we was pretty much mad at y'all when y'all left with the white dog, man. What up, man? It's
Then we came
about to
back.
about to keep these people out the family.
we came back like the water boy,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
So check
Thank
this out.
you.
When some of the stuff in the old days, or older than me, I didn't get a chance to see. But shout out to my man Pork Chop who come get his haircut every Thursday morning at 7:00. We happen to be talking about football one day, And he was like, just talking about how Saluta's doing and how their program has grown, how Batesburg used to be, the powerhouse of the area, and where has that gone? And he was like, hey man, he said he was I think a freshman or a sophomore, and he was like, hey, Russell Johnson was back there at quarterback. Was Ed McDaniel? I didn't know Ed McDaniel played running back.
He played. Hey, he would go over on like special plays or whatever. Yeah.
So Ed comes in the game one time. He says, and they must have ran like a fullback dive or something. They gave Ed the ball. So the dude that started for Saluda must have got ran over by Ed, and everybody saw it and was like, ooh. So hey, Pork Chop said to Coach highlight Johnson. Hey, you up? Johnson ran over and I'm like, Coach, do we got a new Johnson on the team? He was like, nah, Johnson going there. So he was like, hey, he strapped up, ran out there. So as soon as the ball was hiked, hey, he said he turned his side because you weren't blocking him in the front, you had to block him in the back. Yeah. So then he said, hey, Ed came through there, still stiffed on the man in the back and got out of there.
Yeah.
Then he was like, hey, it wasn't fair for them because he said Russell would drop back there. He had 100 receivers he could have threw it to, but then, hey, Russell pulled the ball down and just run. He said, man, who's going to hit this guy?
Yeah.
Russell was big.
Guy, man.
He was big, yeah.
Russell was.
I see the man get on one knee and throw the ball about 70, 80 yards on one knee.
Come on, man.
Yeah, 70, 80 yards. He was just like,
So who your
Russell
top
sound
five?
like me.
my top 5?
Yeah.
Baseball, I don't got a top 5, man. I ain't got a top 5.
He
I
ain't
can't
ready
say.
for the- he ain't ready
'Cause
for the controversy.
Hey, but no, it ain't the fact that I'm not ready for the controversy because, hey, homeboy, y'all, I'm putting Cat in there, man.
Different
Cat
style of
going in there.
eras.
Dick going in there. Hey, that's my man. Me and him was together, hey, all the time. I'm putting Dick in the top 5.
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
So,
As far as what? This athlete?
hey, all around player, whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man.
But see, I'm not gonna go. Man, I might. Jock might make it, man.
I always say
Jock-
I think 40 the best player in my opinion. I guess
Maybe
I'm
we
biased,
Jock-
I play
Jock
with
might
it,
make it,
but he
man.
could do everything.
Yeah.
like special
Yeah.
teams,
Yeah, Jock
offense,
did
defense.
everything, yeah.
He just was faster than most people, bigger than most people, and he made it happen.
You got to put Crip in there, Bootney, man.
Yeah, I should. Hey,
So we ain't never get to see Booty
was
play.
amazing in softball. That's what, like I said, I didn't get to see him in football. but
Softball was
soft-
probably his weakest sport.
Yeah, for sure. His weakest.
Hey,
yeah.
Bootney at his height, he ain't grew much now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Bootney
yeah.
would come down and I'm talking about my bad. When he cocked it back, man, as kids,
Yeah.
you wanted to see he was gonna get a tech and warm up because he was gonna dunk, man.
For real?
Yeah, they do the little, they come out and they bounce the ball off the backboard or whatever. Yeah, Crip dunking that, man.
I want to say, I just remember them days in Saluda when, like, even when Quant was playing, like the games would be so packed. and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
Like,
man.
It ain't
Hey,
really
man.
like that no more. I'm sure.
Nah.
It ain't the games when Quant was playing. The games wasn't even packed.
They
Man.
wasn't packed, man.
Game, so it wasn't even.
Nah.
Not compared to how
Not
you used to
compared
see.
85. Not compared to 84,
I know back
85.
then it was crazy
Hey,
back then.
So
man.
it's died off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Compared to when Quant and them probably played, it was packed. But I remember being in freshman, and if you didn't get to a Batesburg and a Saluda game by the start of the girls' game, you wasn't getting in.
Yeah.
They had them reach their max capacity.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, and don't let them play in Saluda.
You couldn't even get in there. They shut the time down.
Hey, matter of fact, you couldn't run no plays on the out of bounds because you was in the stands. Saluda 3-point line was so small, like a regular foot size could not. You would be out of bounds.
See, we
man.
played in the new gym.
Yeah, see that old gym over there where their primary
they-
elementary school was.
But at Batesburg, when we played Saluda at
Oh, yeah,
Batesburg
it's
or whatever,
still
hey,
packed.
pretty much out of bounds was when you run into somebody.
Yeah.
Because they was lined up all the way around the thing.
whole
If you
time.
run into somebody, you was out of bounds.
Or
man.
even better yet, I remember the football days. Uncle LT would take me and ED to the game. We parked at the National Guard Armory.
Oh
You got-
yeah,
you got
walk
that whole
way.
football. You got that whole field out there in front of where they built the new school and all that. And behind the bench, man, we parked at the National Guard Army. And he'll tell you, hey, we gonna meet up right here by this rock so we can cross the street together on the way back. And afterwards, man, it'd take you 45 minutes to an hour to leave a Batesburg.
Them were the
man.
days though, right?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, for
man.
sure.
Ain't like that no
Yeah,
more.
you
Nah,
can,
it ain't
you
like
can
that
feel,
no more,
you
man.
can't feel
Hey,
the
my homeboy,
stadium
one
now.
thing for sure though, hey, they spending some money over there.
They spend
Yeah.
some money on over there.
Yeah.
It's nice over there.
Oh, yeah, it's
yeah.
real nice.
And it's about
we'll go there and
time,
walk
man.
the track,
It's-
man.
it's
whatever.
about
homeboy.
time.
It's nice.
They
over
done
there.
chain the track up too?
No, they ain't
That's
changed
next.
the track up. The track is the same thing with it, but they got it like they only like we used to practice. And y'all probably practice right there where the track at. Whatever.
Yep.
They don't practice there no more. They got to feel like up
It's like a
above
soccer
the track.
field.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
soccer field.
It's
Like that. That's
set
where
up.
they
They
practice
going,
football.
they
at.
go on the track field no
Yeah,
more.
nah, they don't go. They walk across.
Where the field
That's
at?
it. It's like when you go, you
On that
come up
back-
on the
You
track.
know where the hill go up?
Yeah.
When the hill go up, then now
It's
I
to
have
the
cleared it
left.
off. It's,
Yeah.
it'll be to your right when you go up that hill. If you go, you know how you run around the track, right here, and just start going up. And it's
Yeah.
a soccer field. And
Well, you know where the softball field at,
Yeah.
right? All right, so the softball field is up from the softball field. It's
Okay.
up there. That's where they
Batesburg,
practice at.
where all this money get infused at?
Hey man, I have no idea.
Hey,
What's
no
the
ass.
leadership in baseball?
Yeah.
Jay the new.
Do we know?
what Jay is? Jay Hendricks. I saw he got a new position, interim position or something like
I ain't
that.
heard
City
nothing
council or
about
something
that.
like that.
I ain't heard nothing about it. They about to build a field house right there where the old tennis courts used to be. It's about to be a field house right there. I'm talking about like an indoor.
Where they getting this money
house.
at?
Yeah, but
They taxing y'all.
Oh yeah,
them land tax.
I'm in District 1.
But
District
you know,
1.
at the end of the day,
Huh?
You don't want to hear about Baseburg.
Hey, not that I don't want to help him out, but nah, I don't help him out.
hey, let his money go towards the cook-off.
Yeah,
man.
I'm Lexington River Bluff.
His money going towards the cook-off. Let it stay down there. We
Yeah,
need it
yes,
down there, man.
Yeah, we need all that.
The cook-off District 1?
Yeah.
No, the kickoff in District 1. All that's District 1.
I ain't know that was District 1. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
District 3 though, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, this District 3.
So kids out there go to
Well, no, they
we
actually
Lexington
supposed to be
3.
going to P.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be going to P.
But they can go to Gilbert, Pillion, or Baseburg in many cases.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
this-
yeah, Gilbert is District 1.
Yeah.
See, that's why
Gilbert
Gilbert done grew a lot also, because they
Exactly.
part of like Lexington, White Nose, River Bluff area and stuff like that.
And
They over
to
there.
me, it's, you know, I'm going to go out and venture and say it. You have your school board down here, and it's ran by the individuals here and the individuals who keep getting elected are normally related or very close to the ones who
Nepotism.
leave.
Yeah.
And so it continues to follow the course of whoever the powers may be. And truth of the matter is, we don't have anybody that look like us that represent us. And the ones that we have had, everybody
represent us.
falls.
Yeah.
They make some hiccups and you know, mistakes and stuff. But our voice isn't necessarily heard.
I can see you doing it. You got a voice for it.
You know, if the society was forgiving enough, I put my hat, my name in the hat. But
You got the platform. You building the platform.
Yeah.
that
you
people
building
hear
the
your
platform, but there's all kind of stipulations and laws, and me and my background and my past mistakes would hinder me. So
Not really, though, because like if you're talking about your past mistake that you talked about on your first pod,
Yeah.
and that, I mean, is that on your record?
yeah, it's on my record.
But
So
I feel like,
So that stop you
That's
from
just
like
like-
running for office?
oh yeah.
but that just like, no, I'm just
That's-
that just.
that's
I thought Trump's the
definitely
president.
school
He trying to run for president,
You know
though.
what I'm saying?
Hey man, I
You
ain't
don't
got
get
Trump
drunk.
money.
You
man.
see what he look like and what Trump look like?
Y'all different. It's like Aussie color. We should.
We shouldn't
Yeah.
be, but I
Shouldn't
mean, at the end of the day,
I don't think that'll hinder you, honestly, saying you was going for some kind of office in Baseburg. Because, like, think about it, like, if you go to a real, like, okay, a plant job, they drug testing, but if you going to be a anchor at, NBC, or you going to work at IT, they not drug testing you.
Exactly.
They not checking that kind
He
of
ain't
stuff.
looking for a drug test. He talking about like
No,
what's on his
what I'm
record.
saying is that they not looking for that in politics, I'm sure, in Baseburg.
But see, the thing is with that, like District 1, it's got, 5-6 schools in it?
Yeah.
Baseburg, they just got one
It's
school.
standalone.
So it's a dictatorship over
Yeah.
there. man.
It's
So,
oversight.
pretty much when
Yeah.
they see that name come up, they can be like, this is Canadian Summers. He
got this,
this,
and
right? This. Nah, man.
Yeah.
his
In
name
Greg's
going out,
famous
whatever.
words, they're gonna find all the reasons for it not to work.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna look
This
for
is what
reasons
you
why it
pushing
could
for
work.
anyway, though.
Yeah.
You showing how positive you are. You
But
showing
you-
what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and he doing all the right things to do that, but when you working against a dictatorship, man, they don't.
It don't
want
matter.
that.
I agree.
They don't-
Yeah, I
agree.
They not- they
You
don't
do
necessarily
anything.
want that.
Yeah,
because
exactly,
It's not like our voices are wanting to be heard. Because I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm gonna ask the trivia question, and we'll have to come back and touch bases. But I cannot name 5 black certified teachers in the district.
I can't
I ain't
name
been in
5
the
black people that I
district, no.
had going through Baseburg my whole time in life.
Yeah.
You're right about
That's
that.
So-
true. Even when I would say with what we do with the Portrait Festival of Law, like somebody should have hit us up a couple years ago to do this
Yeah.
or whatever. But
Exactly.
it was the people that,
Exactly.
that know what's going on.
Because the blog been jumping.
Yeah.
The blog been jumping the whole time.
Now,
with
if
them,
it was
so
probably
they
like
should-
white
showing
folks
Baseburg.
running it, they would have hit them up, and they'd have been a part of the Poetry Festival. You know that, like let's get them involved some type of way.
I mean, it's all politics, but I mean, talking about politics though, this is the politician season. I mean, you was trying to tell us in 2020 about what we was talking about on the podcast.
Yeah.
So, do you still believe in Mr. Biden?
Sleepy Joe,
Hey,
Dementia Joe.
Hey, pretty much, it's a double-edged sword right now, man.
Did
Whatever.
you
And
watch
they-
that debate?
No, I didn't watch it.
Hey, I
didn't
watched it.
I was sad for him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he too old.
Yeah, hey,
He's
he
too
definitely
old.
he definitely too old. But back when we was talking about it in 2020, hey,
You
pretty
way
much,
better.
man. Yeah, hey, we pretty much couldn't. We couldn't vote for Trump, so we had to pretty much vote for Biden, man.
Man,
whatever.
Trump gave us
and then
money,
he was
man.
saying the same thing. Hey, that's what everybody's saying.
Pump for Trump, man.
Hey, but
Mac
But hey,
2024, man. Hey,
here's what I'm starting to notice from get real for a minute moment. If you notice, Republicans are some of the Republicans that I notice, they're scared. not scared that Biden will win. They're more afraid of Kamala Harris becoming the president.
Pretty much.
Because as I was watching CNN and Fox News, and Fox News being a little Trump heavy at times, they were sitting here saying how Republicans are yelling across the aisle like, y'all need to get rid of Joe because, you know, President Biden ain't fit for office and all that kind of stuff, in fear of the likelihood that President Biden can pull off this re-election in 4 years. Based on what I saw, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Based on what I saw at the debate, yeah, I mean, President.
If we watch the debate, he can't make it another day doing nothing.
But
No, I'm saying he can live, but actually being a top of something, nothing.
He should be commander in chief. But do you believe that Kamala Harris can be our commander in chief?
Well, she it ain't whether or not she be, she will be.
Yeah.
If Biden gets reelected and something happens, then she would become the president of the United States. But, you know, Republicans are looking at it from the standpoint of, do we really, really focus on getting Trump to win, or do we really, really focus on getting Biden out of there because they can beat? You think about it. If Biden steps down and we get another, I think they were talking about one of the Kennedys, Robert Kennedy.
Yeah,
thinking
he was talking about he run against him.
And
He independent, though.
Yeah, but he would grab all the Democratic Party votes.
We're talking about bringing in Gavin Newsom, though. The California governor or whatever.
He ain't gonna be able to beat no Trump.
Nobody ain't gonna be able to beat Trump.
Nobody.
Cause
I mean,
you watch that debate,
Trump gonna win.
you gotta vote for Trump. You can't vote for Joe.
You can't vote for what you saw on that TV.
Yeah,
See,
man.
Joe tricked us in 2020, man. Joker played Joker, which is he got Kamala. And then
Kamala ain't black.
Yeah, and well, close enough.
We don't consider close enough no more. If you ain't foundation of Black America, we don't claim you no more, man. We need to get our
He
reparations.
talked about that student loan, whatever.
Yeah, he tricked him with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He played Joker, Ace, homeboy.
Well,
So we was all in.
We out now. We out.
We
in
just
a world of trouble.
We just need to be single, man. The United States need to just be
And they
single.
talking about like black job. Trump talking about black job. Like
Yeah.
y'all know what black jobs is.
what black job?
No,
Like,
but when I was 19, I left Coastal. Ament Farms was full of illegals. My line leader, my supervisor over there was illegals. Like they couldn't even speak English.
Yeah.
I couldn't even communicate with them on like a regular level like we do. But now immigration came, and now it's for the black people again. That's a black job that we took,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That's
You're
exact.
right
That been
about
happening
that.
all around the country,
Oh,
though.
yeah.
You feel me? So like that, illegals are really taking our jobs. I'm telling you, it was full of illegals. And you know they were illegal because they can't speak no English.
yeah.
Michelin Tire Corporation back there in the warehouse where they loading trucks or whatever.
Legals.
That's all back there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all back
That's what I'm
there.
saying.
As a matter of fact, one time, I forget what exactly happened, but something happened where they was like, pretty much, I think they was paying them like per tire or whatever. So they pretty much getting it.
Yeah.
So they came and looked at it. It's like, nah, man, we can't pay them per tire or whatever. So they pretty much said, nah, we ain't working there.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna pay us per tire. We ain't working.
We ain't
whatever.
working.
And pretty much about shut the thing down.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
So true story. I had the supervisor job out there in Saluda at the noodle plant when I first came home, and I could say the name Julio at the time, but things didn't work out with the job. They were trying to basically tell me that because of my past at the time, I wasn't worth the money that I was asking. They wanted me to do the job that I was doing, train the guy that was going to come in and do my job, and me take on another job. So I was going from job to job to job, improving it, but not getting paid for it. And you paying the people that I'm training more. So long story short, I said, you know what? I called my wife and told her about it. She was like, babe, you want to go to barber school? You say you was going to barber school? Go to barber school. I went in there, I grabbed my computer, everything that had created SOPs. Let me delete this stuff because they don't need it.
Yeah.
Hey, I done started deleting things, got my little key log because the building was key and I had it rekeyed, but they didn't have the actual documentation. I'm ripping up everything. All my hard work, you don't appreciate it. So I'm on my way out my office with my laptop, my keys and everything because I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to turn it in. And I passed by Julio. And Julio looking, he see the look on my face. Julio was like, hey, Mr. Summers, what's up, man? He was like, what's wrong? I said, man, Julio, I'm out, man. I'm out. I can't do this. They don't want to pay me. This and that. Hey, man, you got it. Hopefully they'll give you the job. He highlight, hey, my name no Julio. Don't leave. Don't leave. If you leave, they're going to let me go. I'm like, nah, because I used to look out for the man. His old lady worked at Amos. He worked for me, but by the time she got off, he would always be late. So I would clock him in or whatever, and then he'll come through the back door. But I wasn't gonna be able to do that. I was gone. So he was like, hey, my name ain't Julio, man.
Blessing in the sky.
But he wasn't Mexican. He wasn't.
So you left that day?
I left that
Never
day.
came back.
Never came back. Never looked back, man.
Yeah.
They called me back. I think I was working with Tracy, and this had to be a few months before I started working with Maddox because they called me twice. They called me back. So they wanted to pay me $36,000 a year. And me coming home from military confinement, that was like, okay, cool. Anything is better than nothing. So I started, and once they saw what I could do, they was like, okay. Then they started me out with 30. Within 3 weeks, they gave me $36,000.
Okay, how you gonna throw 30 in my face?
Yeah, so they gave me $36,000 within 3 weeks, and they was like, well, you continue to improve and get this done. As you get certain things done, we'll give you more.
Be the good Negro we need.
Yeah, basically. And so at the end of the day, they called me when I was down at Tracy's, and I was like, if y'all do part-time hours, I'll come in on the weekend or whatever and help y'all do the warehouse and, pretty much order the stuff from China and all that kind of stuff. And they was like, well, let me talk to the boss. So I was like, okay. So I never did hear anything back. By the time I started down there with Maddox, probably a good 2-3 months, they called me. And the lady was like, yeah, we got new management. They're looking for some individuals in the warehouse, and I think they'll pay you. And I was like, so what would they start me out with? Yeah. She was like, $60,000. I said, that ain't enough.
I need more.
That ain't enough. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm like Mike Jones. I was like, that's not enough, man. I could do that being a barber if I work hard enough.
Yes.
Man. And so
it's on me.
She was like, well, I will get back with you. And I never looked back, man. The military took good care of me, but when I came home, I was like, man, it was hard working for someone, knowing your worth. And at first, you have the work ethic. I got the credentials. I was the only one. Well, no, there was a few engineers in there, but in terms of just like a regular person, I was the only one with a degree and all this kind of stuff, and I'm doing all this. Like, nah.
And then, like I say, you making all these people this money or whatever, and you ain't making none of it. But
the guy that came from Kraft, he had been at Kraft like 24 years, and they wanted him to work in purchasing, where he ordered all the materials and anything for the plant. And they brought him in at 46.
and they want you to work for 30.
Made me work for 30. They're not realizing, before we got an HR person, guess who was doing HR? Me. So she came in there and brought the numbers to me and want me to put it on an offer letter. That's what made me really ask about it. Like, hold on. Y'all finna offer this dude $40-some thousand and you paying me 30. Like, y'all don't see an issue with that?
Ain't it?
So that's when they bumped me up to 36. She was like, well, we'll give you 36. And now he at 40 something and I'm at 36. But I'm still his supervisor for a few weeks until I train him.
We ain't asked you to read that, man.
Huh?
We ain't asked you to read that.
No, we asked you to read. We asked you to do it.
Exactly.
You gotta be a doer to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a be a doer, man.
Yeah, I did it. Ask
Do what they say.
words. You better bring the value, man. Because I got out of there with a purpose, and I ain't look back, man. But that was some, like you say, the good days when you look back, man. And I'm like, man, I could have stayed there, and some people would have stayed there and toughed it out, but. I had a wife, man, who just kept pushing me and was like, hey, you can do this.
That's the best thing about having a partner, though. You can take chances because you got somebody that's going to hold you down.
Yeah.
It's a team, man.
Yeah.
It's a team.
And I walked away.
She the real MVP, too, for sure.
Man,
Yeah.
I don't.
Need me a real MVP.
There is no her without me, man. There's no me without her.
She should have been like Shaq and got out of there, man.
Yeah, she could have. She could have.
She better not
man,
tell that
but-
story no more. I bet she tired of hearing that story.
What story?
On the first podcast, you know the story you told us on the iPod.
Which one? Because
About you in the room with the two.
yeah. I mean, those days are over with. Those days are over with.
Dang,
And,
I hate that for you.
Nah. Those days are over with, man. Because, when I first got married, what I thought marriage was supposed to be and what I thought marriage was totally too different than what I learned what it was, right? And I had actually, it was my therapist. He was like, man, because not my excuse, but my thing was, I thought being a man was taking care of household, doing what you want to do, and you was good from there. Once you did those things, you was straight. But I quickly learned that it takes a man to be with just one woman. Yeah. That's the discipline and the obedience and all that kind of stuff. You can't.
It takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
So you saying Big Boy ain't no man?
Well, when I was with one woman, I was with one woman.
Yeah.
Black men don't cheat. We already know that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Never cheat.
If he's not in a committed relationship, then I can't tell him. But if he's in a committed relationship, then my best advice and advisement would be be loyal and faithful.
Women
to
don't
that
understand, like, when I wake up or any man wake up, you go out there in the street and you see women, like, you know how hard it is not to want to get one? Like, so y'all got to, like, give us appreciation for that. Like, not going after all the women.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. You see a woman and, like, she very attractive, got a nice body, pretty face. Like, I want her. but now I gotta lay off because I got a girl now.
Oh, you got a girl now?
No, I'm talking about like y'all.
Oh,
Not me,
okay.
no, I ain't got to lay off.
So you ain't got no girl?
Nah, I got a couple of prospects. Want to get drafted? You know?
Yeah.
Well, hey, you know,
It's open season.
kudos to all the gentlemen and individuals out there who say, you know, if you're in the dating scene, in the dating world, man, the best of wishes for you. I try to tell my daughter that it's hard to fall in love when you're looking. You know, you're not gonna fall down a flight of stairs if you're looking where you're going. So sometimes you just gotta, you know, let things take you where you need to be. You know, if that's what you desire. For me, I got married and thought like, hey, you know, I could do what I want to do. But that wasn't the case. And I'm very fortunate, lucky, blessed. You can find all the adjectives, all the above, man, because
I've been told to leave.
Yeah. And let's be real. I work in the barbershop, and you work in that environment, and you get a lot of single moms that come in there. And they kind of throw hints, right? But I'm quick to tell anybody, you're not, why would I mess up what I have at home when she's proven to me that, hey, I got
She don't make
back.
good
I
decisions.
stand.
Yeah.
She a single mom. She don't make good decisions.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, you
Big
know,
boy about to start cutting hair too.
I'm
I'm thinking that.
Hey, I'm gonna leave home and mess up what has been proven to man. So
man, don't worry
it don't man.
I
Not
feel
at
like
all.
single moms and single dad is a bad decision. Like not when you made it, but like if you don't be together forever, then clearly it was a bad decision.
Yeah.
Because you created something that you're not gonna be able to take care of. That's what I hate the most now with my daughter not living with me full time. You know, because like I can't control how like she gonna be raised. I don't have no control of that. Like her mom controls that. Like her mom gonna have it during the week. She might have out late and stuff like that. You know, like not saying she do it with her, but like I can't control none of that. You know, because that's
my oldest daughter, Elisa Janaya Summers, 22 years old. Well, yeah,
you got a daughter 22.
Yeah, 22 years old. Ayana's the second daughter, and then of course CJ.
I ain't know you were so old. You about 67, ain't it?
Yeah, a little younger than Greg, about a year younger.
Next grade out of you though.
Yeah, I know, right?
But
it's one straight out there. I see.
Yeah, I got
that.
But
You
no,
see the top?
You
You
die?
at the bottom.
Yeah.
I need to get some of your dye.
I need some of your dye because I had some dye.
No, I haven't dyed my beard. I've never dyed my
okay.
beard.
I tried to dye. It was turning like purple and stuff. Though, you know?
Yeah. But nah, man, this those kids, it's hard, man. Cause my daughter, I didn't even get a chance to go to her. She just graduated from college this past May, and she sent me the link the day of, saying, "Hey, Dad, you know my graduation gonna be online." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I would have came, but you don't get that control, man." And I hate that about the state of South Carolina talking about politics and laws, but when you're paying child support, you're paying child support. You don't have a say-so in visitation. That's normally handled during a divorce, or you got to get a lawyer separate from the child support case. So that's hard on anybody, whether it's a single mom, a single male, or a single dad, trying to pay for child support and get a lawyer to get visitation. But now you have to roll the dice and really rely and trust that the other parent is going to let you see the child on a consistent basis.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And man.
It's just hard.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely hard, man.
Because like you be so invested, but then like you can't have no control, so you gotta like step back. And it's like I can't be too invested because then I go crazy in my head because if they doing something that you don't like, but you can't control, it's just like it's just a hard struggle.
If at all costs, I would strive to try to have a decent relationship with the mom.
You got to though.
Because when the mom and the dad don't get along, the child suffers. But then one of those parents, and it's typically the dad, I would say, because you know. Whether the dad is doing what they need to do financially, that shouldn't prevent them from seeing the child.
Yeah.
But I have seen and heard some parents use the child as a pawn to say like, nah, you ain't gonna see your child. You can't pay you ain't paying your child support, whatever.
They can just cheat on the woman and now she don't want you to see your kids.
Exactly.
Or if you move on, like, okay, I moved on from that mistake that I made. My child isn't a mistake. We purposefully did that. But now us staying together would have been a mistake, so I'm a bounce. You know,
I saw a post online said like, I see why my daddy want to run, and I see why as a man not like, well, my daddy want to run, man. Like these women different.
Oh yeah, they definitely
difficult.
They definitely
But that's what our young men are missing, though. We need, all of us got girls, but definitely the girls and the boys, they need these dads active in their life, man.